I am Dr. Karl Yost and have been studying El Nino for 20 years. Now I will tell you all about El Nino. El Niños are a band of unusually warm ocean temperatures which periodically develop off of the Pacific coast of South America. These severe climate changes fluctuate weather across the Pacific Ocean. This results in severe flooding in countries in the eastern Pacific, for example Peru, and droughts in the western Pacific, in countries, for example, Melbourne. What are the causes of El Nino? The main causes of El Nino are floods in the East Pacific in countries like, for example, Peru. These floods destroy homes, leaving many people homeless. Another cause is severe droughts in countries in the West Pacific, like, for example, Melbourne. The lack of rainfall leaves crops unwatered, making them die, leaving animals starving, which finally kills people who rely upon these animals for food. These pictures were all pictures of floods and droughts in the East and West Pacific. This graph is showing us the normal precipitation data for Melbourne and Santa Cruz. Melbourne is represented by the color green on this graph. Santa Cruz's rainfall data is represented by the color blue. When you look at this graph, you can tell that there is lots of rainfall in the winter months and barely any rainfall in the summer months. The amount of rainfall is measured in millimeters. This graph here is comparing the two countries, Santa Cruz, a city in the East Pacific, and Melbourne, a city in the West Pacific. On this graph, Santa Cruz is resembled by the color blue, and Melbourne is resembled by the color green. As you can tell when you look at this graph, Melbourne suffered an extreme water shortage in the strong El Nino year of 1997. Santa Cruz, however, got lots of rainfall in the winter months, getting almost 100 centimeters of rainfall in just 3 months. This thermal map here is representing an El Nino. In an El Nino, the warm water from the East Pacific flows east towards the West Pacific. In contrast to the thermal maps shown earlier, this thermal map is showing a normal year without an El Nino or a La Nina occurring. In this thermal map, you can see that the warm water, represented by the color red, is all in the East Pacific and is not flowing towards the West Pacific. The water in the West Pacific is blue, and which means that the water is cold. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot about El Nino.